My topic is very specific. That's emerging threats to marine living resources in Kerala. Because you people already heard about the marine diversity, what are the fishes, what are its position in the theme. So I'm very specific on the what are the threats we face in marine life in Kerala. That's yes. So giving an overview, this Kerala is a coastal state. It's one of the prominent coastal states with 590-kilometer long Arabian Sea, known for its diverse coastal features, including beaches, as well as levels of water. Majorly, these serves fishing, aquaculture, and tourism that's supported by the coastal areas. And coastline, if you look into 14 districts in Kerala, that's 9 districts have the coastline. From Kannur highest to the Kollam is the smallest, but uh, when you look into the river basins, there are four river basins, and only three flows eastwards, but rest 41 flows to Arabian Sea. These are the water resource in Kerala that supports marine life. These are the organizations which falls on marine life that based on Kerala. That's CFRA, that two headquarters and two stations, and their shift NIO, CMNRE, one of my university, Kerala University of Fisheries and Ocean Studies, and Kochi University, their marine division. They are also working on the uh, ocean region. Contribution to fishery, if we look into this 1.58% of Kerala's total GDP. That's from the fishing, marine fish itself. This is the major source of profit for Kerala state because 95% of the Kerala people they eat fish. So this is one of the major source of protein, and there are home to wide array of fish, crustaceans, monsters, like any other uh, coastal state. If you look into the socio-economic support, the total fisheries population is about 1 million, and the active fishermen registered people about 3 lakhs, because out of 12 lakhs in India, that's a major registered fishermen from Kerala. And if you look into the major trends, that's only introduction, and I'm talking to the main thing that is emerging threat to marine life. So the major threats we face that the climate change and ocean warming, because the rapid warming of our is altering marine ecosystem that will lead to stocks, especially by extreme weather events. The Arabian Sea has experienced a dramatic increase in the marine liquids that rise approximately 20 days, 20 days per decade since the 98. The frequency of these heat waves has increased by 2 events per decade, especially from 2010 to 10 and 2016. And regime shift from 1995 has disrupted the natural decadal cycle of the Arabian Sea, that leading to accelerated warming due to reduced wind speeds and evaporation. And specific humidity increases during winter has diminished evaporative cooling. Further, that contributes to the increase in SST. And the Indian Ocean basin, more particularly during the decaying phase, El Nino, thus responsible for these events. But due to these, if we look into northeastern Indian Ocean as such, it is the average frequency of marine vessels are big increase. That's from 1980 to 2019. If you look into that's continuously increasing. So that we face the specific third, that is the decline of Indian oil survey. The Sarnal concepts has experienced a significant decline in Kerala, with catches dropping drastically to near 3,297 tons in 2021. That is the smallest catch in got in the decades. Uh, According to report from Central Marine Fisheries Semofare, this represents 75% decrease compared to the previous year and a 98% decrease compared to the average annual catch from 1995 to 2020. Because the sardine availability is drastically decreased due to these events. Studies say that this decline is linked to climate change and rising temperature that will decrease growth, reproduction, and overall availability. That's obviously the reason. And we found the species distribution shifts. This magnitude cooler oxygen rich waters leading to new species to the coastal region. This coast that is not supposed to be the coast. And disruption of the food web, obviously, the phytoplankton impacting entire food web. But the specific event we faced, it is uh, increased frequency of intensity of cyclones. That cyclone Oki that significantly impacted coastal communities in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. That's between November 29, December 3rd, 2017. It's a deep depression. The system clash lashed the coast of Tamil Nadu and Kerala, damaged total infrastructure in the coast and that for 22 people. And moreover, the cyclone has a significant impact on marine life, particularly coral reefs and mussel beds along the coast of Kerala and Tamil Nadu. And the cyclone's intense winds have caused a widespread damage to underwater ecosystems, including damage to mussel beds, changes of reef or composition. And that also lead to changes in environmental conditions like sea surface, that's obvious phenomena, salinity, and upwelling that are disturbed, obviously leads to damage to phytoplankton and overall productivity. And this is one of the main concern also classification, but there are very less studies of locally, but it's considered a global trend affecting calcium organisms. There is no specific study we conducted on it. And if you look into marine plastic pollution, this is especially microplastic, poses a severe and escalating danger in marine life and human health. But I'm specifically talking on an incident that recently happened. A recent incident of plastic pellets was Thrissur, Kerala from a MSc Elsa plane that sinked in May. That sinked in May 2025. There were these noodles are there small, resemble like fish legs, easily ingested by the marine organisms and difficult to clean up. And these noodles basically they are small plastic pellets used as a raw material and the that are raising environmental concern, the economic concern due to their potential harm to marine life and the fish. So this, if you look into this is the MSc and surface in last month, and the toxic tide devastated and the plastic pellets still in Kerala. That's recently happened last week. And now these plastic and container pellets also reach the Tamil Nadu coast because these are connected. And this happens yesterday. That's MB1853 caught fire on June 9. That yesterday off Cochin region, or sorry, off Jaipur region. That's 78 nautical mile away from the Jaipur coast, Kozhikode district. And this happens yesterday. That means these debris and actually there is a four crew members missing. So several obviously there are several containers. They may be falling to uh, ocean and due to the marine plastic pollution. This is happening. That's how everybody knows the ingestion of these turtles either leading to blockages, starvation, and transfer of toxins to the food chain. And these are also important concern, the concern of microplastic that can reach to human beings. And we also facing a stress of coastal development and habitat degradation in the Kerala coast. Especially projects are directly destroying critical marine habitats. Kerala is a very small state, but two international cargo terminals built, one at Kochi, one at Pada container terminus. Now one is in Virginia. This occupies large coastal area for these transportation and marine logistics. And this obviously disrupt the marine life in the coastal region, not only the coastal region, other regions also. And if you look into this was the recent, this is one of the recent or the recent development we do. Habitat loss to the construction of ports. Now the fossil higher project is taking place, so resources are increasing, sea walls are increasing, and government leads to destruction of mangroves, wetland areas are continuously degrading. Sandy beaches is uh, this is that area, especially one is Chellan and Tetrapod sea wall that recently built and inaugurated by the government. Uh, Chellaram was a fishing village. They're facing land erosion continuously, and every year monsoon, the people suffer. So government decided to build proper sea wall, normal sea walls. There already you can see the normal sea wall that can withstand the first erosion. So the government built tetrapod, a strong tetrapod sea wall. So that coastal communities are happy because they don't have much disturbance from the ocean. But that habitat entirely habitat loss is generally affected the marine populations, marine living organisms, especially nesting and breeding of marine organisms. And the next coastal development issue is that coastal erosion because of the artificial structures that designed to protect one area often worsen the erosion of adjacent areas that's happening. Rising sea level that obviously exacerbate this issues. So coastal infrastructure development is high because of the tourism development that leads to this kinds of erosion. And impact of Chagara, that's mud banks, is a unique season of mud banks that whitewater fisheries are affected by changes in sediment dynamics due to the coastal erosion. We alter the coast, obviously, that results in the marine ecosystem. And this is another challenge we, due to our development, means unplanned development. We planted almost casuarina equistifolia. That casuarina plant, that's an Australian plant. We planted in almost all coastal regions, and this to protect the coast. But the studies indicate that while these trees are present in only on 28%, the water access to the effect on beaches, that do not significantly increase the vulnerability to erosion, but they offset the nesting activities of the turtles, sea turtles. And another study says that the presence of casuarina can alter the natural dynamics in beach ecosystem, potentially that leading to the increased erosion in some point. But it's not only less helpful. Sometimes it doesn't make any significant improvement in the decreasing coastal erosion. Sometimes it increases. That also study also very important. Uh, this plan used for the coastal prevent coastal erosion, and this project is done by the Mahatma Gandhi Rural Employment Program. That is one of the reason for the massive increase of this plant in the coast. And we believe that the plants makes good environment for us, but some of the plants make disturbance. This is the one of the disturbance. Even in sometimes we can say this is native to the Indian region, but this basically this originated in Australia, South region, but we use it as a coastal protective plant. And one another that we found that that is the pollution from aquaculture and the inland environment. Aquaculture, so pollution from aquaculture in Kerala is very less because aquaculture activities are comparatively less from other states. Uh, nutrient overload from the from aquaculture, chemical contamination runoff. That is very that's a prominent issue. We realized in the last year also. So oxygen depletion due to the decomposition of organic matter from pollution and this is but obviously that's natural. This is the one of the specific issue we found. This is the last year, 2024. Uh, News reports that another mass kill in fish kill in Periyar River in Kerala, but after a suspected effluent release from the industry. Periyar is the one of the river most polluted by the industries. A mass kill was reported in the Periyar River on May 2024 night following. This night they released these toxins following suspected release of effluent from the industries, the Elur Adayar industrial region. Uh, the people are protesting against these industries, and protesters say that various companies they are illegally installing underground pipelines and pumping out chemical effluent to the um, river because their affluent pipelines are not open. they makes an underground makes underground pipeline to uh, pumping their chemical effluents. That is protesters' view. And what we need to do, call for action, what we need to do. It's a very simple mechanism we can make it to make comfortable to live the marine life. We need an integrated coastal zone management because that should be with a holistic planning. Uh, it should be balanced with the development and conservation by integrating the land use, infrastructure, and resource management. Development is necessary. That aggressive development or the only we focusing on development makes some damage to ecosystem. Obviously, instead of viewing the development and conservation as conflict goals, these approaches recognize their independent interdependence. This interdependent. Obviously, our development of course is some damage to ecosystem, but it should be in the harmony between them. That is the requirement. And sustainable fisheries practices. This is one of the example that Kerala, a good example that Kerala's 52-day trawling ban during monsoon season is the positive example, and it gives the fish population a chance to recover. That is strictly implementing in Kerala state, the 50 days trawling ban that is useful for the development. And pollution control, thus, like, this is one of the big area we have to focus on. The stricter waste management should be there, reducing single use plastic, and promoting eco-friendly agriculture and this treating industrial domestic effluent. This is the big problem, treating industrial effluent. That untreated effluents are pumped into the river that ultimately comes to the ocean. So that's one problem to massively. And we need to make a climate change adaptation and mitigation climate resilient species to be recognized, and blue carbon ecosystem like sea, mangroves and seagrass to be protected. That is very important blue carbon ecosystem. That is decreasing due to the especially that resources are increasing. That replaces these cycles. And this is a very important when we look into the when we implementing any conservation measures into the ocean and the especially the that directly affects to the people's livelihood. So public awareness and education is necessary. Engaging local communities, especially fisher folk, for the conservation effort because we ban the juvenile fish catch, but the fishermen should cooperate with that. Otherwise, the problem is that they take up the early, mostly the fishermen and the boat people that harvest the juveniles in the early morning, 3 o'clock, or their vehicle will comes in very morning, very early morning. So fisheries department, they don't have access that time. At that time, they would be in the surveillance. So we should communicate with them, the uh, local people, it's engaging or to engaging in the fishing activity. So these are my this